October 30th, 1938, CBS broadcast a program over the radio that made it sound like aliens were invading the planet, and it scared the crap out of everyone listening. It turned out to be a hoax, Orson Welles' adaptation of H.G. Wells' War of the Worlds. Now here we are almost 100 years later, and you'd think that we'd have learned the lesson to be dubious of anything we hear in any media. But nope, we're still getting tricked, only with different kinds of media, like in this story. A family in Northern California was home watching football on a Sunday afternoon recently when all of a sudden they heard a loud emergency broadcasting alert blaring through their house, followed by a warning that North Korea had launched 3 ballistic missiles that were heading for Los Angeles, Chicago, and Ohio. The broadcaster said that the US had already retaliated against Pyongyang, so it sounded like World War III had started. At first, the family was confused because the TV was still showing the football game, so they couldn't figure out where the emergency broadcast was coming from. And that's when they realized it was coming from their Google Nest security camera, which they had placed on top of their TV in the living room. So they called 911 and they called Nest, and after a short amount of time in which they were thinking that the world was going to end, they finally realized that it was someone just playing a hoax on them. But instead of using the radio, they were using Google Nest. Apparently, someone had gotten a hold of their password and thought it would be fun to scare the crap out of them, to pull their own Orson Welles for an audience of 1 household. And this isn't the first time a Nest has been hijacked for nefarious purposes either. Recently, someone hacked into a Nest in Texas and told the family there that they were going to steal their baby. Someone in Arizona had their Nest hacked by someone who only wanted to tell them that their Nest was very hackable. Sort of public service announcement, if you will. And just recently, a massive breach exposed over 750 million email addresses and 21 million passwords, one of the biggest data breaches we've seen yet. So these kinds of hacks and hoaxes are sure to become more prevalent. Will people learn to be dubious of their smart home devices or email, like they learned to be dubious of their radios almost 100 years ago? Maybe. But with every new medium we create, it seems like there will always be someone out there who finds a new way to exploit it, even if it's just to scare the crap out of someone for kicks.